The power of purpose. How clarity of vision transforms daily life. We'll start with a quotation from Seneca. Let all your efforts be directed to something. Let it keep that end in view. It's not activity that disturbs people, but false conceptions of things that drive them mad. This quote is from his writings on tranquility of mind. In our hyperactive world, we often confuse busyness with productivity. We fill our days with activity, respond to endless notifications, and jump from task to task, yet still feel unsatisfied and overwhelmed at day's end. According to ancient Stoic philosophy and modern thought leaders alike, this sense of disquiet doesn't stem from our activity level, but from a lack of clear purpose guiding those activities. Most of us do not have the wisdom of beginning with the end in mind, and to tranquility of mind, we must have the wisdom of beginning with the end in mind. The principle appears across philosophical traditions and personal development frameworks. Stoic philosopher Seneca warned that false conceptions, or oasis in Greek, not activity itself, lead to distress and confusion. Robert Greene articulates it as Law 29 in the 48 Laws of Power, plan all the way to the end. Stephen Covey made it the second habit in his influential 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. These thinkers, separated by centuries, converge on a singular truth: direction matters more than motion. Without a clear destination, we risk exhausting ourselves with meaningless activity, making poor decisions, or failing to recognize when we've succeeded. Let's examine this principle, how purpose transforms our everyday life. The beauty of this principle lies in its applicability to virtually every domain of life. Here's how clarity of purpose transforms ordinary experiences. Start with your morning routine. If you start without a purpose, you wake up, scroll through social media, rush through breakfast, and hurry to work, already feeling behind. But when with a purpose, you begin your day by briefly reviewing your priorities. Your morning activities, whether meditation, exercise, or family time, connect to your larger goals. You start the day with intention rather than reaction. Now, let's also apply this to your work projects. When without purpose, you tackle the most urgent emails first, respond to requests as they arrive, and end the day wondering where the time went. But when with a purpose, before opening your inbox, you identify the 1 to 2 tasks that would most advance your important projects. You schedule focused time for these priorities and evaluate requests against your larger objectives. You can also apply this principle in your conversations. In conversations that are without purpose, you engage in discussions that drift aimlessly, often leaving with misunderstandings or vague agreements. But when you focus on purpose, before important conversations, you clarify what outcome would make this interaction worthwhile. This mental preparation helps you guide the discussion productively and recognize when the goal has been achieved. We can apply this principle really in every aspect of our life. In your health decisions, without purpose, you try various diets and exercise routines sporadically, becoming discouraged when results aren't immediate. With purpose, your health choices connect to specific, meaningful outcomes. Perhaps having energy for family activities or maintaining independence as you age. This clarity helps you persist through challenges and make consistent choices. In your home environment, without purpose, your living space accumulates possessions without intention, creating clutter and maintenance demands. But with purpose, each room and possession serves your vision of home life. Purchasing, organizing, and decorating decisions flow from this clarity, creating spaces that support rather than drain your energy. Implementing this principle in daily life is just a matter of discipline. Transforming this philosophical concept into daily practice doesn't require dramatic life changes. Start with these practical approaches. 1. Begin each day with a brief reflection. Ask, what would make today meaningful? What few accomplishments would make me satisfied with today's efforts? 2. Practice backward planning. For any significant project, start by defining success, then work backward to determine necessary steps. 3. Create environmental reminders. Keep visible notes about your most important goals to recenter yourself when distractions arise. 4. Conduct regular reviews. Weekly assess whether your activities aligned with your intentions and adjust accordingly. 5. Embrace the pause. Before responding to requests or making decisions, briefly consider how the choice connects to your larger purpose. The freedom of purposeful living is one of the most meaningful habits you can acquire. Contrary to what some might fear, living with purpose doesn't create rigidity. Rather, it provides a framework that enables greater flexibility and resilience. When unexpected challenges arise, as they inevitably will, your clarity of purpose serves as a compass for navigating the disruption. As Seneca observed, tranquility comes not from controlling external circumstances, but from aligning our perceptions and actions with reality and purpose. By beginning with the end in mind, we free ourselves from the tyranny of urgency and create space for what truly matters. In the words of Greene, by planning to the end, you will not be overwhelmed by circumstances, and you will know when to stop. Gently guide fortune and help determine the future by thinking far ahead. This guidance applies not just to ambitious life goals, but to the humble activities of daily living, transforming ordinary days into meaningful steps toward the life we truly wish to create. In conclusion, the humble small quote from Seneca is really in essence a loud call to purposeful living. Thank you for taking the time to explore these timeless principles of purposeful living. In a world where distraction and mindless activity have become the default state for many, your decision to pursue clarity of purpose represents a profound act of personal freedom. But wisdom grows when shared. Consider passing these insights to friends, family, and colleagues who might benefit from them. Each person who awakens from life's autopilot mode creates ripples of intentionality that extend far beyond themselves. By sharing this knowledge, you help others escape the quiet desperation of sleepwalking through life and instead embrace the richness of a deliberately chosen path. Remember, a life guided by purpose isn't just more effective, it's infinitely more fulfilling. The choice between mindless activity and purposeful living is available to each of us every day. Choose wisely and encourage others to do the same.